Hi folks, welcome back to our virtual farm field trip. This week's episode of Restoration. It's time for our read aloud. This week we're inside because it's delightfully raining quite hard out there and not safe for our book. So we're inside in our 21 acres library. For those of you that don't know, on our ground floor we have a library where anyone can come take out children's books, reference books, cookbooks, all sorts of things. So come explore when that stay-at-home order is lifted. But for today, we're cozied up here. Grab your mug of tea, grab a book. And we're going to be reading Over and Under the Pond by Kate Messner with art by Christopher Silas Neal. This is a beautiful book, and they've got a couple others, one about the soil, and I think one other, so I would suggest checking it out. I'm going to bring the camera a little closer so you can see the photos. Not photos, beautiful illustrations. Okay. Over and Under the Pond, connected to our wetlands. They're both wet, ponds and wetlands. Over the pond we slide, splashing through lily pads, sweeping through reeds. The water's a mirror, reflecting the sky. Sunshine and clouds, then a shadow below. What's down there, I ask. Under the pond, Mom says. Under the pond is a whole hidden world of minnows and crayfish, turtles and bullfrogs. We're paddling over them now. Over the pond, we skim past tall rushes, whirligig beetles loop and twirl, skaters on a warm summer surface. Under the pond, minnows dart through waving forests of grass, while a brook trout lurks, ready to lunge. Over the pond, we lift and dip and pull past a row of painted turtles on a waterlogged tree. 1, 2, 3. They slip off and away. Splash, gurgle, sploosh, under the pond. Over the pond, cattails rustle and shush in the wind. Listen close. Kuklaree! Red-winged blackbirds race by. One has grass for her nest. Under the pond, a caddisfly larva builds a home of her own, a secret shelter of pebbles and sand. These are my very favorite birds. Over the pond, the shadows of trees lean out from the shore. We coast under a low-hanging branch. A moose looks up with a mouthful of water lilies. We've interrupted his lunch. Under the pond, beavers dive deep. They pump with powerful tails and rise to the surface with delectable roots from the mud. Over the pond, the wind gives us a push and stirs the light dappled leaves on shore. There on a branch, a new goldfinch teeters, finally ready to fly. Under the pond, tadpoles are changing, learning to hop. They're losing tails, growing legs, growing up. Over the pond, at the shore, tall and silent, and still, a great blue heron stares down into the deep. It tenses, takes one long-legged step, and strikes. It catches a whirligig, quicksilver minnow from where it was hiding under the pond. Over the pond we drift. Heads tipped up into the sun, a woodpecker clings to a teetering pine, digging for ants. Under the pond, an otter claws for freshwater mussels. Over the pond, a sleepy dragonfly lands for a rest. His spindly legs tickle my knee. Under the pond, dragonfly larvae watch what swims by. They catch minnows in monster-fast jaws. Over the pond, the shadows stretch. Ospreys circle on quiet rings. Raccoons and mink stalk the shoreline for supper. Under the pond, with a flip of a tail, a crayfish disappears into the dark. Over the pond, we head for home. We glide, swish bump, right up onto the shore as a far-off loon calls goodnight. The sky turns from sunset to dusk to dark. Night settles over the pond. The prowling catfish and drowsy turtles, the scuttling crayfish, and tadpoles turned frogs, wading herons and stalking raccoons. And the hidden world under the pond. The end.